All WWE superstars are highly trained professional athletes. Do not imitate or copy their performances or actions. Any copyrighted material featured in this non-monetized review has been selected as a small portion in relation to the original work. This copyrighted material has been selected for comment purposes and is allowed under fair use.
January 11th, 1993, change, along with plenty of fog, is in the air. This is the first shot and intro from WWE's newest flagship show, Monday Night Raw. And amazingly, there's not a McMahon in sight. It's Shawn Mooney who welcomes us to the Manhattan Center in New York as Bobby the Brain Heenan arrives and throughout the show repeatedly tries to get inside the venue. Bobby was one of the hosts of the show that had just been replaced, Primetime Wrestling. That ran on the USA Network from the 1st of January 1985 till January 4th, 1993. Despite a few tweaks and changes, the show had always been a pre-recorded highlight package, airing key house show matches, promos, and regular banter between the hosts. With live TV becoming ever more popular and a need to reduce costs, Vince decided that WWE needed to become
uncut, and uncensored, yeah.
Just look at this hype guy right here. It's such a shame we don't get to see him at the start of every Raw. Inside we go. The commentary team is Macho Man Randy Savage, Vince McMahon, and Rob Bartlett, which brings us to our latest segment.
Who the funk is that guy?
Rob was a New York comedian and radio host famed for his impressions. Vince saw Rob perform live and was so impressed he offered him the opportunity to commentate on the new show. Bruce Pritchard said on his podcast that Rob was very popular in New York and that Vince wanted topical, off-the-cuff colour commentary to give Raw an edge. It was clear that the chemistry wasn't quite right through the show, and you can see that in these moments.
That's one big-butted Oriental, Vince. You missed it during the break, folks. Shawn Michaels pulled a knife.
Stop it, Rob. I'm sorry. It's not that raw.
He also pronounced Yokozuna.
Yokozuna!
But then Yokozuna's own manager seemed to struggle at times.
Look at my Yokozuna!
Matches featured on this very first episode were Koko Ware versus
Yokozuna!
The first ever WWE Raw match was a squash match designed to highlight Yokozuna's size and dominance. Yokozuna had debuted about 3 months earlier and was still undefeated at this stage. 1993 would be a massive year for him. The basic squash match that starts the show gets 1 Vince out of 5. Next we get Steiner brothers, who all 3 commentators seem to struggle to tell apart. They faced the job team, the Executioners, who were Dwayne Gill, aka Gilbert, Barry Hardy, aka Barry Hardy. This match was also a squash, but a much better offensive showcase than what we'd seen in the opening encounter. This match gets 1.5 Vinces. It even features my move of the show.
You may have to face him one day, Macho. Oh my goodness!
Next, we get a WWF Intercontinental Championship match. Champion Shawn Michaels defending against Max Moon. Max Moon played here by Paul Diamond. And amazingly, the Intercontinental Championship managed to main event SummerSlam in '92 at Wembley Stadium, but it could not main event this first episode of Monday Night Raw. This is easily the best match on this show. Great back and forth action, going for over 10 minutes, earns 2 3/4 Vinces. This fan certainly enjoyed seeing Shawn, although I'm not sure her picture turned out so great, as the kid just moves into shot at the worst time. The main event of the first ever Monday Night Raw was Undertaker versus Damian Demento. Very similar to the opening squash match, this was designed to put over the bigger superstar. It ran for 3 minutes and scores 1 Vince. A few other things of note, Raw had ring girls who paraded around with the smallest, most pointless sign ever. No idea who benefited from that. It's not like the people in the crowd didn't know where they were. Plus also the venue had massive Raw and iconic Ico Pro banners. Ico Pro was a supplement that Vince owned and was heavily promoting around this time. This Raw is also just a couple of weeks away from the 1993 Royal Rumble, so we're treated to the Royal Rumble report from Mean Gene Okerlund. This showcases all the announced participants, including other key matches such as Shawn Michaels versus Marty Jannetty for the IC title, and Bret Hart versus Razor Ramon for the WWF Championship. Bobby Heenan cut a pre-taped promo regarding the narcissists who would be revealed at the Royal Rumble event. Vince interviewed Razor Ramon regarding his WWF Championship opportunity against Bret. and also showed us a clip from WWF Mania where Razor delivered the worst sneak attack in the history of sneak attacks. We're also shown a clip of Kamala turning face by attacking Kimchi and Harvey Wimpleman after they had kept assaulting and abusing him. Plus, we see Doink the Clown in the audience. Vince even gets confused and refers to him as...
That's Dork.
At the end of the show, Doink is interviewed by Vince, who asks, "Why do you enjoy making kids cry?" Doink says, "As long as he is laughing, that is all that matters." Crush appears as these two are feuding at this point. Doink squirts Crush and runs away. You can really tell that we're quite a bit of time away from the Attitude Era. 1,000 people in attendance, 600 paid, and the show got a TV rating of 2.5. Considering that it was only 45 minutes in length, they managed to fit quite a bit into this show. There was a few matches, promos, Royal Rumble hype, running jokes, and some awfulness as well. This was an enjoyable, easy to watch introduction to the new format, but it was also far from perfect. I give this a rose-tinted 7 out of 10. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye for now.